Matt's here. Gentlemen, England the final. Giuseppe, talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
Bro, listen, yeah, I want to say my one negative so I can just go off the negative side of things. For me, that's never a penalty. But as you said, Terry, that's the game, bro. How many times does it not go your way? How many times does it not go your team's way or your players' way or there's other decisions? So it's not one where it's like a terrible, oh my God, daylight robbery. Just for me personally, I think the players got to try and block that. I agree with what Gary Neville said. But yeah, who gives a crap? Yeah, at the end of the day, who actually gives a crap? Apart from that, I thought it was quality. I think England are going to win it all. I think we're going to win it all. I think that the rub of the green, just the aura, it just seems to be written. Like it's weird. I've watched it times. I've watched it in 06 with Italy as well, and it's just you're watching games and you're just like they're gonna do it. Like it's just this weird feeling, and I just really feel like England's gonna do it. I thought Kobe Mainoo today was one of the best players on the pitch. I think he's been one of the best players in the Euros. I think that I see that comment about Arsenal should buy him. I would love him, but I'm gonna be real. If Man United even get 200 million offered for him, they should decline the offer. I don't think right now there's a price that Man United should pay to let that guy go because he can honestly be one of the best players in the world. The game itself, I thought the first half was the best. I'm going to argue to say that's probably the best I've seen England play under Gareth Southgate. Period. Point blank. I generally believe that first half was quality. I thought Phil Foden finally appeared in the Euros because I think I haven't really been rating him too much this Euro so far. But I thought in that first half he was unplayable, unlucky not to score that goal that hit the bar or the post. If that went in, that would have been sensational. I think Saka again. I think Saka was top quality all game. The kid does not stop running. I hope that people now are starting to like put their bias for Saka aside and realize he is actually a quality player and there's a reason that Arsenal fans go on about him. You can't hate the kid. He tries so hard. He does everything. The goal was unlucky. It wasn't him that was even offside. It was Kyle Walker. That was marginal. The finish was quality. Obviously got chalked off. And even when he's getting subbed off, you see how happy he was for the team. Declan Rice, I thought he made that I'd say it was a mistake, but I think he just got caught a bit in that moment, and I think the defense didn't back him. I think Kyle Walker has to come out to that, but I think after that he didn't let that affect his game. I thought he got better as the game went on. Even towards the end of the game, there was one where right near the last 2 minutes when they brought all the subs on and that he wins the ball in midfield. He starts driving forward, getting England possession, passed it to Palmer, and just a bit of an inexperience for Palmer. He should have run it to the corner, but it doesn't matter. Ollie Watkins, man. Ollie Watkins, this guy, unbelievable goal. For a guy that could have been resting on his laurels, bitching, moaning that he hasn't been getting game time at the Euros, coming on, being a bit rash because he hasn't got the minutes. He was calm, collective, put that in the back of the net, like, it was so quality, man. It was so quality. And I think this England side, we have players left, right, and centre that can come and cause problems. It's just such a stacked squad. Like, it's unbelievable. And I was cheering, and then I was extra cheering because I realised we didn't have to watch another half an hour of extra time again, and the players didn't have to play another half an hour of football. But yeah, listen, I know a lot of people might say to me, "Oh, well, you shouldn't be happy because Italy and that." I've said from the start, I want both teams to do well. I support both teams. I know people don't like that. It is what it is. I can't.
No, it's different. It's different for someone like yourself because you've got dual heritage. So, you know, my son is half English, half Irish. So it is different. It'd be different if you were from America and you had no connection to Italy and you supported them. And as soon as they went out, you went, actually, now I'm an England fan. I'll give you a stick for that. But you've got dual nationality, you know. You got so no. I totally get it, mate, and I agree. I think it is one of our better performances, and it was in a semi-final, and I think that can't be underestimated. And I want to say this to anyone hating on England, and the reason I say, especially the players that performed, because whenever the Premier League is on, whenever the FA Cup games are on, whenever the Champions League is on, all you hear is Yeah, but talk to me about those performances in semi-finals. Talk to me about those decisive performances that lead to finals, or in the finals lead to trophies. And what you've seen there from Foden, especially in the first half, what you've seen there from Kobe Mainu, I thought Saka was really good. Gahey class again. Palmer and Ollie Watkins from the bench. Kane again wasn't at his best, but still scored that penalty. Had to score it, right? Had to score it. They've all stepped up and delivered in a massive game. And it can't be, and I won't, as an Englishman, allow anybody, whether they're English or not, to shout down the players that have delivered. It doesn't matter whether we rated the team at the start of the tournament, whether you thought we'd win this game or not. We can only review after the game what's actually happened, not, well, I'm going to be biased because of what my opinion was prior. And these players should be proud of themselves tonight. And what I'm hoping for is that they remember 3 years ago and the experience, guys. Okay, well, what did we get right last time? What did we get wrong in that final? And let's learn from that. Saad, how do you see it, bro?
Also, sorry, Saad, before you go, I just want to put one thing in. Also, a pasting of like 5-0 in the final. Everyone should be proud of England. Everyone should be proud of the boys. Everyone should be even shouting at the manager, because no one, and forget the run. If people want to say it was an easy run, whatever, that doesn't matter. To get to the final again, once again in the second Euros in a row, that is credit, that is quality, and the credit has to be given. It doesn't matter if Spain are just a better team in the final. It doesn't matter. You got to be proud of the boys. Yeah, I just want to say that.
Yeah, listen, to be honest, I give more credit to the players than I do to the manager. I still think that Gareth Southgate is the biggest bozo in this piece, and I'll be real. Listen, I know Tel and Giuseppe came out and they're like, listen, I can't criticize this guy. You know what I mean? Look how many finals he has, but you have to look at the context. Bro, the players have carried him in a lot of these competitions. These moments, these big moments have carried him because he's still making these stupid mistakes, like not substituting players quick enough. Like this is just simple stuff. Sometimes when you see somebody that's off in the game, bro, you need to substitute them and bring somebody else in. But listen, I think today a brilliant game from England in the first half. I think the first half was brilliant. Best, like they said, man, best performance I've seen from England in this whole tournament. They came out, they were electric, they were trying to get on the ball, they were trying to attack, they were trying to get a goal. You saw a different England. This is not what I'm used to seeing. I'm used to seeing them back. Oh, let me just pass back. Let me pass back a bit more. Let me pass back a bit more. But they actually had something about them. Foden came out all of a sudden. Normally this guy is disappearing. He's nowhere to be seen on the pitch. He actually came out and was playing very well. He was like, give me the ball. Let me do something. Let me go and create something. Let me make something happen. But yeah, listen, Saka. I think Rice. I want to get onto Rice because I think, listen, he had the mistake that he made where he got bodied off the ball. And listen, that happens sometimes, but I don't think a player of his experience, a player like him, should be getting bodied off the ball like that, especially by Xavi Simons. With all due respect, he doesn't look like a guy that bodies people off the ball. So the fact that you're getting bodied by Xavi Simons is worrying, bro. You have to stay on your feet there. But maybe he slipped. I don't know what happened. But listen, I think Xavi Simons' goal was brilliant, of course. I'm going to give him props for that one. That was a brilliant goal, brilliant strike. But ever since that mistake, I think the first 10-15 minutes, Rice was, looked shaky, didn't look confident on the ball, didn't look confident in his tackles that he was making. But I think after that, he grew into the game and actually had a decent game, to be honest, in my opinion. But obviously, a lot of people were telling me that he had a shit game and this and that. But I don't think so. Maybe I see the game differently. I think he had a decent game this game, apart from the 15 minutes at the start of the game. Saka, like you said, was good. In the first half, we didn't see him much, but I could understand why we didn't see him much in the first half, because Foden was having his like masterclass first half, whatever you want to call it. But other than that, listen, I think England were very good today. They got it over the line. They're in the finals now. This is the ultimate test now, because you could see that Netherlands, the Dutch, they were still a bit off. Like they looked a bit off. Even when they were making attacks, there was no real urgency to try and get forward and try make the right decision. You could see it was off. Against Spain they're not the same. They're not going to do that. They're not going to give you that time. They're not. If they get on a counter attack, they'll make you pay. Like, it's just that simple. We saw Lamine Yamal. As soon as he gets onto the ball, he puts it top bins, bro. It's simple. It's done quick. So you need to make sure you have that in your mind. You need to make sure the substitutions are being made early. Obviously, last time in the World Cup, we made a massive mistake in taking Saka off when he was basically running the game at that point. And we need to make sure that we're not making these same mistakes. We need to look back at the competitions that we played and make sure we're not making those mistakes, because the final, this is the big one. You have to perform now. The pressure is at its peak now, where you're coming into this competition. You have to go out there and perform. But listen, big up to the boys. Big up to Ollie Watkins. Absolutely brilliant goal. And for him to come out with not that many minutes played in this Euros, for him to just slap it bottom corner. Yeah. I mean, bro, that's guts, man.
Yeah, I hear you on that, bro.